But let's move on and bring on board Yatharth Hospitals and the whole-time director of Yatharth Hospitals to talk about what should we be expecting in terms of the IPO that is going to be coming for the company as well. And thank you so much for joining in with us, Yatharth Tyagi, who's the whole-time director. Yatharth, firstly, let me just talk about the fresh issue of the company. You know, your fresh issue is at 490 crores. One of your objectives is the inorganic growth initiatives that you have, and that is going to be through acquisitions. So, are there any talks that are going on as of now of acquisitions? Anything interesting in the pipeline?
Yeah, so there are few options that we identified as far as acquisitions are concerned. We will be sticking around to similar geographies that we already operate in. So somewhere in North India, we have identified few options, and actually as part of the objective issue, we have also allocated around 65 crores for this funding of the acquisitions. So yes, we are in an advanced stage there, and we are hopeful to completing those acquisitions post IPO.
Hi, very good afternoon, Yatharth. This is Shrishti joining in. But like you mentioned that the company is also on the acquisition spree. But for now, what we are seeing is that your whole presence is in the Delhi NCR region. You already have a strong presence in the North region, would say. So any expansion plans in other geographies, anything that we can see on this front?
So, as of now, as you yourself says, we have a very strong presence in North India, and I feel that's where our brand is, starting to grow. So we should leverage our brand equity in those regions. So as of now, we, for a few years, we'll be, planning to stick to North India because I feel there's so much scope still in North India to grow. And healthcare can go far beyond in North India. So that's, as of now, we'll be sticking to those geographies.
Right, you see a lot of scope in North India, but just in general, hospital chains are actually seeing a lot of consolidation with big players opting for brownfield expansion as well. What are your strategies on that front? What would you be looking at in terms of that?
So yes, I mean, if you look across healthcare industry, a lot of hospitals are doing brownfield expansions, and that is something that is also in our pipeline. For our existing 2 hospitals, so that is out of our 4 hospitals, the existing 2 hospitals, we are looking to expand, for brownfield. So we have got adjacent land parcel for a Great Noida hospital. We acquired the adjacent land parcel just few months back, and we will be adding, 200 beds around more to that hospital. So that's around 400 hospital beds that we already have, and we'll be adding more beds there. We are also expanding, our Noida Extension Hospital. So behind that hospital adjacent land parcel, just recently we were the highest bidder for that land. So going forward also, that is something that we will be looking to expand, and we will be also adopting this brownfield strategy as far as hospitals in Delhi NCRs are concerned.
Okay, Yatharth, if we see, then your bed occupancy rate stands at 45% in FY23. What is the peak occupancy rate that you are looking at going ahead? What sort of a growth you are considering in this? Because if we see some of your peers, then their occupancy rates range is somewhere around 60 to 70 odd %. Firstly, any reason that why your occupancy is at such a lower end of the range, or maybe more than that? And also, what sort of a growth are you expecting?
So, I think let's break down the occupancy hospital by hospital. I think that will give you a fair idea of our occupancy. So, as far as our Noida hospital is concerned, we actually started in 2019. So, right now, that's one of our most matured and, hospital. There, our occupancy is roughly around 87%, So, that's what shows that we, in that specific hospital, which is much more mature, we have, more bed occupancy compared to, a lot of our peers. As far as other 2 hospitals are concerned, you have to understand the fact that the other 2 hospitals are very new hospital that we started. One hospital started in 2018, that is when it revamped from 100 beds to 400 beds. And the other hospital of Noida Extension, we started in 2019. So if you talk about specifically in these 2 hospitals, the hospital that we revamped to 400 beds in 2018, last year we had an occupancy of around, above 60% in that hospital. And as far as Noida Extension is concerned, which is the latest hospital in 2019 started, that has an occupancy of 31%. So that is for a reason in this hospital, the bed occupancy is around 35% because A, it started, of course, as I said, in 2019, so it's a new hospital. But also for the first 2 years, this hospital, for significant parts of the year was a pure COVID hospital. It was one of the biggest private COVID hospital in the region. So, post-COVID is where this hospital actually started complete non-COVID operations. So, if you look at that from, it's technically a new hospital, and that's why the occupancy, we are seeing sharp growth in this occupancy, which has already reached around 31%. And our fourth hospital, which is in Jhansi, Orcha, Madhya Pradesh, that hospital, because we acquired it last year, so, financial 23 was typically the first year of its operations, where the occupancy is, around 8-9%. So that's because it's the first year of its operation. So that's why overall, our occupancy would be seeming less, but that is because of these reasons, as I mentioned below. Going forward, as I mentioned, our Greater Noida and Noida Hospital, they're doing quite well in terms of occupancy is concerned, and we expect the same from a new hospitals of Noida Extension and Jhansi Orcha.
Also, just in terms of your average revenue per occupied bed, that has increased by 15% in FY23 on a year-on-year basis. Is that rate likely to sustain? What is the expectation there?
So yeah, I mean, we do expect, growth in our ARPOP is concerned. The weight has grown over the last few years. We expect the same to grow because, there are a lot of high-end treatments that we have recently started. We have started kidney transplant, we have started bone marrow transplant. We are, we have recently started oncology and have big plans on that going forward also. So, there are a lot of treatments that we are starting which are high ticket and size, leading to, good ARPOP growth that we see in the future. Also, we are, in the last few years, we are transitioning into a hospital which is, from a specialty to super specialty. So, there are a lot of share of our super specialties are increasing, like, in the last 2-3 years, and we expect the same to grow because these volumes are yet to mature. So, I do expect a good rise and a sustainable rise as far as ARPOP is concerned.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Yatharth, for joining in with us, giving us an understanding what we should be expecting. Also, an IPO coming out soon as well, so let's keep an eye out on that one. But let's look at the numbers that